Welcome back, guys. Guess what we have? That's right, another P4 video. But this one's awfully special because we have something cool. That's right, buddy. We got WadaMesh. We got WadaMesh on the P4. So it's still very much a beta build. It still has some very kind of quirkiness to it. But guess what? It works and it does things and it's super cool. So I'm going to take you guys through some of this stuff. So you guys can kind of check out. So I'm gonna turn this light off so you guys can kind of see a little better. Maybe give you a little zoomy, in there. And we'll kind of run through everything. So like I said, this is still very beta, but it does function. So there's a lot more that I can do with this than I was able to do with MeshOS on this. Like the functionality for the actual messaging works super good. Like you can actually like get in and send messages and stuff like that and do things and type and be like, yo. And so it works pretty good. Keyboard's still really small for my giant fingers. For a quick size comparison, here is a T-Deck. So it's a really small device. But with this WadaMesh firmware, it works and it does stuff. So I haven't messed with it a whole ton. I put the test channel on there and I sent some test messages and confirmed that I got messages back and forth. I've been getting messages since I flashed this about an hour ago. All the contacts and stuff. It still has some UI glitches that are a little funky. But, you know, it's to be expected. It's a ported firmware, but the homepage looks so good. And I really, like, you guys are not getting the, hold on, let me see if I turn this off. Maybe it'll make it a little better. The like, how nice this panel looks with this firmware. It is so good. Like, it's inky blacks with a really nice color. So it's really good. It looks super fantastic. So this is also his latest OS. So this is 47. So he added some other cool things. So he put it's a little more, I don't want to call it Windows Vista, but Windows Vista style. Like you can kind of see behind the screen. They turned them into little bit bubbles. A screen on here, we can go through and adjust brightness just right on the home screen. You can turn the audio on and off. You can go through and adjust the sound level. He added a do not disturb feature, which is so good. If you turn this on, you can go through in your sound settings, I think it is, and you can give it a time. So you can have do not disturb set up so that like it doesn't start beeping all night when your random mesh buddies decide to have a whole conversation at friggin' 3 in the morning or something like that. So that's super cool. I really liked that. But yeah, it works really good. I did put an SD card in it. It does read the SD card and tell me how much storage is in it. Same thing with internal storage. I did notice, though, that when I first flashed this, I didn't actually put the SD card in, and it started loading the map tiles straight to the internal storage. So that's a thing, I guess. I don't know. I put the SD card in it because map tiles will add up fast. But that works. Bluetooth works. Or Bluetooth does not work. Wi-Fi works. Bluetooth does not work. So I guess there is an issue with like the actual radio chip's firmware. So we have to do something with the firmware on the chip. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure we'll get somewhere to that point eventually to where we can actually use that. But Bluetooth doesn't work. The GPS, it's weird because it comes online, and this is the baud rate for the L67K module, whatever GPS module that's in it. But I sat with it on for a really long time, and it never actually acquired a signal. And at the same time, like I have the T-Deck in here with the same little antenna, this guy, and it acquires super fast. So didn't seem to find anything like that with the MeshOS firmware or with the factory firmware either. I never got a GPS lock, so I don't know if that's a hardware issue or what it is. But profile, radio, and mesh, all of this stuff, it's all the same. And it's so snappy. Like this This chip is pretty sick. Works really well for this. Wi-Fi, we can do that. Clock and time. The clock and time is a problem because there's not currently a way to manually set it. If you go into clock and time, I can set my time zone and then I can sync it. But it only syncs if you have GPS, and I don't, so that's not working. So that's a thing. Keyboard lets you go through, pick your keyboard. That's about it. Gives you accent pop-ups. There's obviously no keyboard navigation on here because there's no freaking keyboard. I mean, Lilygo has a keyboard, and they should give it to us because it would make this thing freaking sick. Plugs in down here, and then you would get a nice like landscape view instead of portrait, which would be really nice because, I mean, this is a fantastic screen. I can't really get over how really nice this screen is. The video is for sure not going to do it justice, but just think about the first time you saw an OLED display and just like how much it blew your mind with like those inky blacks, man. And it looks so good. This OS like really takes advantage of it because it's a lot of like bright colors on dark background, so it looks super cool. Lock screen, you can turn that off. The screen timeout isn't working currently, so I have that set to 10 seconds. And you will see that it never does that. When you flash it, it'll default to large, so 150% UI. It looks pretty goofy. So I put it to 100%, and that seemed to be a lot better. Then everything else is pretty much the same. The MQTT bridge works. And then if you go into the apps, you still have the ability to do... You still have the ability to do like the spectrum analyzer, which works really good. And then all of that stuff. Don't touch the snake button. There's no exit currently. So once you start playing, you live here forever, and there's no escaping the snake without hitting the reset button. So, just be aware that's an issue. If you have one of these, you just flash it through the webpage, through the WadaMesh webpage. You just go to wadamesh.com and then go to the flasher. All you got to do for this one is you just hold down the boot button while you're plugging in the USB, and then it'll work. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it for now. I just wanted to show you guys that this is here and it works, and it turns this into like a usable device. The map is super cool. Like, it works really well. Looks pretty badass in the with the OLED if you put it in the dark mode. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, all of that stuff's cool. This stuff works. You can see the messaging and stuff like that. So you can do the info. Oh, I just restarted it. Dang it. So that's the only thing. If you do the info, it'll tell you the hops hold, but what do you call it? Like telling you the actual path doesn't. So whenever you reboot this, it's the same with the TDEC too. So if you reboot it, you lose the like actual route. So you can't do the path trace where it shows you kind of how that works, but that's whatever. But yeah, so this is it. It works. It's super cool. If you guys have a T-Display P4, give it a shot. Flash it on there. So far, it's been pretty cool, and it works really well. And I mean, the cool part about this is you can do... you can hook it up to Wi-Fi, and then you can hook up to it as like a Wi-Fi companion from your home or from your phone or whatever. But then the other thing you can do is you can use this as an ingester. So if you're using any sort of like mesh monitor or a program like that, you can hook it up over the Wi-Fi. It does have the MQTT bridge built in. I've never used that for anything, so I don't know really how that works. But so yeah, if you guys want a good firmware for your T-Display P4, check out WadaMesh. It's definitely pretty awesome. So give it a check. I'm gonna link in the description or the Discord for the group and all that stuff. Cash is the developer. He's awesome, and he just puts in all this effort for all of this stuff and then expects absolutely nothing in return. So you want to give him a thumbs up, tell him how awesome this is. Hop in the Discord, just give it a shot. If you haven't tried it yet, if you have your T-Display and you're like, wow, this thing is really cool, but I don't know what the hell to do with it, flash WadaMesh. It works super good. It's awesome. and you won't be disappointed. So give it a shot, and then if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know. If you want me to run through the flash procedure, let me know. It's super straightforward. Like I said, all you do is you just hold the B. These are funky because they're actually 2 buttons, so you would hold the boot button while you plug in the USB with the switch off. That's all I did, and then it popped up immediately, and then it just did the web flasher. So if you need help with that, let me know. I can make a little video on how to flash these. It's pretty straightforward. It's just like everything else. I haven't tested the USB or Ethernet on that. I don't think it works yet. I'm pretty sure he would have mentioned if the Ethernet was working, but yeah, give it a check out, and then let me know what you guys think, all right?